today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Ready, Mark 40.
On 1st and 10, Mobley eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Mobley. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
With every game, with every season, Travis Kelce, he just confirms his greatness. Streak of 1,000-yard seasons is now up to 6, and he's made 7 straight Pro Bowls, and his numbers have ranked him among the best tight ends to have ever played in the NFL. Another first down.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. of the gun. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won Comeback Player of the Year last season simply for his statistics. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A partner that locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just got to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second down at 5. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Well, these two teams, the Bengals and Chiefs, they met twice a year ago, and it was the young Bengals prevailing both times. The first, Week 17 in Cincinnati. The Bengals coming through in overtime 34-31. And then, of course, the AFC title game, the big one. The Chiefs up 21-3 at one point. The Bengals charge back. They win it 27-24 and punch their ticket to Super Bowl 56. And he'll just get rid of it. The Kansas City defense, tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mobley. It's Kelsey on the ground. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate today.
And their first down, Chiefs.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22. 36. Ready.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
The Chiefs value what Edwards-Helaire brings to a backfield group, both as a runner and a receiver. Average over 60 all-purpose yards per game for them across 10 contests. They know he can produce even more if he can stay healthy for the full season.
Throwing on first down. Mobley. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
All Trey Hendrickson did in his first season in Cincinnati was set the team's new single-season record with 14 sacks. In his last 2 seasons, one in New Orleans, he's become one of the best in the league.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun. Mobley to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Mobley. And it's caught. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Come on, set, 45, right.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there, keeping it himself from a yard out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dancing to his left. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow looking to pass toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Ready. Track 40. Let's go. Let's bring it. Watch out.
To throw on 2nd down. Mobley got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Here we go. Room 32. Check cross. 57. Cut. 57.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow steps away to his left, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away.
Hardman on the return.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing to start the drive. Mobley being chased out left. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Mobley. He sets to fire deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Butker on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. White flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw.
It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The question for Mixon was after an injury-riddled 2020. Will he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A handoff to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready, go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Mobley. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now. Red, 38.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Kansas City.
Set, ready. 33, yellow.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Come on, set, right, 95.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mobley. His throw incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Mobley. And this is going to be incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Bengals offense returns to the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here we go. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now Joe Mixon. Room here to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon,
60 yards.
And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Forced out to his left. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Track 40.
50 seconds.
Ready, go.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Mobley. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Gain of 15. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
On 1st down, Mobley complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
After gain of 7, brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bengals 20-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Looking to... oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Mobley. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. Mobley. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 10, 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Here we go. 180.
Now Burrow. Pass complete. Hurst. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So it's a win for the Chiefs here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.